Let's turn now to new developments tonight in the high-profile killing of Jane Bashara. Prosecutors have now charged her husband, Bob, with murder. We're following this story with live Team 7 coverage. Kimberly Craig is standing by with information from the Bashara family. But first, we start with 7 Action News reporter Julie Bonovich.
Yeah, she is live in the newsroom now. Julie, Bashara already in prison on other charges, so he's there to stay and now facing much more.
Well, you're right. He is already in serving time in prison for trying to hire a hitman to kill handyman Joe Gentz. But if convicted in Jane's murder, it will be life without parole. The Wayne County prosecutor announced the charges today during a press conference. Bob Bashara has been charged with first-degree murder in the death of his wife, Jane Bashara. Prosecutor Kim Worthy read off a list of other charges that Bashara faces, including conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, solicitation to commit murder, witness intimidation, and obstruction of justice.
We are alleging that he encouraged witnesses to call in false tips. We are alleging that he tried to get a witness or witnesses to leave the state so they could not be talked to. And we are alleging that he, again, was encouraging witnesses to lie to us during the pendency of this investigation.
Jane Bashara's body was found in her SUV in a Detroit alley a little over a year ago. In December, handyman Joe Gentz pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in her death. Sources tell 7 Action News that Gentz told police that Bashara told him to kill Jane. The prosecutor says Gentz is cooperating with the investigation and will testify as a witness against Bashara at his trial. From the beginning, Bob has maintained his innocence in Jane's death, even though he's been a person of interest. The prosecutor says that Gentz is not their only witness. They have many more that will keep Bashara in prison for life. Again, if convicted, that will be life without parole. Now, Prosecutor Worthy said that next week they will announce when Bashara will be arraigned on these new charges. Live from the newsroom, Julie Bonovich, 7 Action News.
Okay, Julie, thank you. We know it's a very involved case with over 5,000 pages of documents. We appreciate your information tonight. Now, Jane Bashara's family not surprised by those charges. 7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig has the latest on that. Now, Kim, those following this case, they seem to know that this was coming?
Yeah, a lot of people were expecting today to come, not shocked by the charges, but a lot of people wondering what took so long. Prosecutor Kim Worthy says it was an extensive, multi-state investigation.
It's about time, because I think he's guilty.
The man known to many in the Points as Big Bob has now been charged in his wife's murder. Prosecutors believing his handyman's story that Bob Bashara was the one who wanted Jane dead. And the charges of first-degree murder coming as no surprise to many, including those who live in the Points.
He seemed to take a few things for granted. He started out lying and thinking that it was never going to catch up with him.
I'm just glad they put it to bed for the community.
We last saw relatives of Jane when the Bashara's former handyman, Joe Gentz, was sentenced after pleading guilty to second-degree murder. And it was Joe Gentz who implicated Bob Bashara in the alleged murder plot.
I'm wondering why he got off for so long, and people just believe that Joe Gentz couldn't do it by himself.
In a statement today, Jane's sister Julie Rose said Jane's parents, siblings, and children are pleased that the investigation into her murder has come to a conclusion. They say they want to extend their heartfelt thanks to the Grosse Pointe Park Police, Detroit Police, Michigan State Police, Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, and all other law enforcement agencies who work tirelessly with such dedication to ensure that those responsible for Jane's murder are brought to justice.
Now, this case to date has almost 300 witnesses and over 5,000 pages of documents that had to be examined and investigated. This investigation was conducted in Michigan, of course, Iowa, Illinois, Kentucky, Florida, Oregon, and Texas.
Well, I think it's about time. A lot of people, often do things and they think that they're never going to be held accountable for. So I think it's about time.
And sometime next week, Bob Bashara is expected to be transported here to 36th District Court for arraignment. His attorney says he continues to maintain his innocence in his wife's killing. And as Julie Bonovich just said moments ago, Bob Bashara is currently serving prison time for trying to kill Joe Gentz while he was behind bars. Reporting live in downtown Detroit, Kimberly Craig, 7 Action News. Joanne, back to you.
Kim, I also like how Prosecutor Worthy pointed out today that for any people who are thinking, why did it take so long, besides all the things you mentioned about how complicated this case is, that people who are used to crime shows, when they wrap everything up in 44 minutes, that's not reality, and these things take time, and they're dealing with limited resources in the prosecutor's office.
Absolutely. There's so many elements and factors that a lot of people don't see behind the scenes because, like you said, 44 minutes, and that's without commercials. Back to you.
That's right. Kim, thank you very much. I know you're going to be on this case for us, and we'll count on you for more details when you get them. Thank you.